Okay, well, we're here live. I'm actually on the I'm actually kind of watching True North Beard Company's live. I got to turn my volume down. Apparently turned it off. Okay, there I go. There I go. I thought I had all my bases covered. Um, Santa Tom, good to see you here. I saw you in the chat for True North. So I knew you were there. I'm gonna do a little bit of adjusting here. I was running a little bit late, so I'm trying to make a few adjustments here. So anyway, good to see you, Tom and Romy. I did see you over there on True North also. So I don't know who else is live. So who knows? Who knows what kind of bad timing I've got right now? If George Bruno's on, then I'm probably cooked. But let me do this real quick. Whoops! I don't know what I just did. Kind of in the dark on this thing. Okay, there I go. There I go. All right. My cousin Hannah is here. Let me put my glasses on. I was wondering why I couldn't see it. I feel like my camera is way off, though. I'm gonna have to adjust this just a little bit. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Lewis is here. Um, well, Lewis, I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Just trying to get back into the groove of things. It's been so hot here in Florida. I'm looking at the temperature right now. Well, it says it's 81, which doesn't sound too bad, but it's dark outside, so but it was in the 90s, um, low 90s today, I think. Although, man, it's been the heat hasn't bothered me up until just like yesterday, and then it just seems like it's bearing directly down on us. What's the temperature like where you're at? Judging from what I've seen on True North's chat, there's a lot of people there that apparently experience cooler weather during this time of the year because they keep their temperatures in their house cooler. If I kept my temperature as low as some of those people are talking about, then then I wouldn't be able to afford to pay my electric bill. Twitch Beard is here. Thanks for being here, Twitch. Appreciate it. Go down here. Skip is back. Good to see you, Skip. I do have a subject I want to talk about tonight. Don't know if we'll get all the way through it, but I'm gonna wait just a few minutes here, just a few minutes before I get into it. And I really would appreciate everyone's feedback if they can give it to me, if you feel like you're up to it. Lewis says, "Congratulations on the Tracy Amigos podcast. That was awesome. That was an awesome show. I wish I was there just working kind of like I am now." Also, you're working. Okay. Okay. Well, thank you. The that was a fun live stream. I'll tell you that was a lot of fun. Uh, having having that interaction between four people on one screen was great. And yeah, I want to do it again. I want to do that on here too. Thomas is here. Good to see you, Thomas. Paul is back. Oh man, Skip is saying that it's 105 in El Paso today. Wow, 105. Is that dr I'm sure it's very, very dry though, right? I mean, that doesn't make it easier. I'm just curious 'cause, I used to live in Grand Prairie, which is a suburb of Dallas. I just remember that it being very hot, but very dry. Oh, Johnny's here. Johnny's here. That's good to see you, Johnny. And so far, we got a lot of interaction here. Yeah, the government is in on it. They're trying to cook us. Well, try harder. Do me a favor. Uh, New York to 70 feels like 72. Is that where you're from, New York? I have never been to New York. I would love to go to visit. I watch all these walking videos that take place in New York City, and it just kind of fascinates me. Maybe it wouldn't if I was actually there, but, I would love to visit. 67 degrees in New Jersey. That sounds so nice. So nice. 94 degrees right now where you're at? That's crazy, if that's what you're saying. Oh my word. Ahmed has a question for me. Good to have you in here, Ahmed. Um, what clipper guard what clipper guard your beard if I want this level? Thanks for your videos helped me a lot from Bahrain. I used to have some guys that lived upstairs from me in an apartment probably 30 years ago that were from Bahrain. Um, for this right here, this is probably, I don't know what length this is right now. If you're gonna I'd say maybe a number 5 guard, which would be like a 15 millimeter. This might be a 15 millimeter, 12 or 15. So take a look at your guards, examine the numbers. I'd say this is around 12 or 15. How many of you guys are watching the hockey game tonight? My family's really into it, and not so much me, but they are. They're really into it. And of course, Florida's playing Edmonton. And last time I looked, it was 2-0 Florida. And if Florida wins, I guess they win the Stanley Cup. And if they don't, they play another game. So I'm sure I'll be hearing a lot of hooting and hollering out there in my living room. Right. Skip says no humidity, but still brutal. Yeah, it is. I do remember that. Do remember that a lot. Um, Sometimes I think I would prefer the dry heat as opposed to the humidity we have down here. 'Cause I feel like you have to wear scuba gear every day just to get around. So Lewis says, I had a question for you. I asked you on another live stream, what's the best way to get a hold of you outside of live chat? You said Facebook or Instagram. I don't have either platform. Well, you could email me at Greg Boswell 86 at gmail.com. That's another way to do it. Greg Boswell 86 at gmail.com. So there you go. And oh yeah, you're saying here. I was wondering if I gave you my email address on this track and possibly put my number on the chat, or maybe you would reach out. Yeah, just email me on what I gave you, gregboss86 at gmail.com, and I'll respond to you that way. 105 in southern Arizona right now. So you're probably at least 3 hours behind me, being like it's 9:10 here. So what is it like 6:10, 5:10 there? Johnny says, "Good to see you. Sorry, but I won't stay long. Severely depressed at the moment. But hope you have a good stream regardless." Oh, I'm sorry, Johnny. I'm sorry you're feeling depressed. That sucks. Um, I don't know what you're going through, but if you need someone to talk to, reach out, man. Reach out. And you know, if there's anything we can say or do, let us know. Skip says, "I was born in Newburgh, New York. I want to join the army." Oh, okay. Never heard of Newburgh. I suppose there's a lot of places in New York I've never heard of. Lewis says, "You sound like a good person to get along with and a good friend." Well, I hope so. Thank you. I do appreciate that. I'd like to think that I am, but yeah, I appreciate that. That's very nice. Paul, yes. Oh, Paul's from Bakersfield, California, and Lewis is saying that he is from New York. I just would love. I would love to go to New York, not just New York City, but New York in general. Everything I see from up there is just beautiful. Especially outside of New York City, everything's beautiful. True North is here. Hey guys, thanks for showing up. Listen, I love your live stream. I love watching it. It's just it's interesting to me. It's very interesting to me watching Tara on there and listening to her. And from what I understand, if this is Chris, from what I understand, I think someone told me that you never show your face. And I said, you know what, that might be pretty smart. Not because of what you might look like. I have no idea, of course, but I thought that's pretty genius. If you can run a beard company and never show your face, that's pretty clever. I like that. I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's good to see you here. Like I said, I really do enjoy your live streams, man. Uh, they're fun to watch. It's just so to me, it's so relaxing. It might sound funny to some people, but it's a great way for me to kind of just. I guess it's kind of a breakaway from everything else. Skip says I'm watching the Yankees lose again. I haven't watched any baseball yet. I kind of down here in Lakeland, the Detroit Tigers, their spring training takes place here in Lakeland, Florida. So they have a game June 23rd, no 27th. I'm going to at 6:30 p.m. I can't remember who they're playing, but I'll get to go to that. But I haven't watched any baseball lately, other than sitting at Chili's bar watching whoever was on. But I think that was just collegiate baseball. Twitch Beer says, "What's going on, brother? Hope you get feeling better." So, yeah, it wouldn't be just me that's here to support. I mean, you guys are here too, and that's what this community is good for. Is that I found out that whether it's on this live stream or anybody else's, you guys seem to chip in and get it, have each other's backs, and I really like that. Excuse me, that's something in my throat. Humidity is brutal in Ohio. Oh, I see. I grew up in Indiana. Well, I say I grew up in Indiana. That's where I was born. That's where I lived most of my childhood. Indiana, Illinois. I remember getting hot. I just don't remember. I was so young. I don't have a recollection of whether it was humid or dry or not. Probably more humid than dry. Mm. Well, I know you're talking to Twitch here, Johnny, but yeah, life can suck in the moment, and sometimes the moments are wrong. And I'm very familiar with that. I don't know exactly what you're going through, but I am very familiar with the feeling. And it doesn't just happen once; it comes and goes and comes and goes. And it takes a lot of talking to yourself. I think if you can do that, if you don't have anybody else to talk to, I've got a lot of thoughts on this kind of thing. So sometimes I wonder if it's better I don't say very much at all because I might say something that seems out of context. So, but I hope you're going to be okay. I hope you're going to be all right. Hang in there. Things have a way of turning around eventually. They really do. They really do. I found that out, and it's just sometimes it's hard to wait it out. But if you do, you'll be glad you did. So Twitch says it's 6 where he's at in Arizona. It'll still be around 90. Yeah, I hate that. See, that's the one thing about Florida, man. We had a very long pool season earlier this year, late last year, but I mean, I tell you, when it gets hot, it stays hot at night, and it's not fun. Especially when the hurricanes blow through and knock your power out, and you're out for like a week. You have to sleep in the heat. Um, all right. Well, you're welcome, Johnny. I know you can't stick around tonight, but you know, keep your chin up and feel free to reach out. if you can, yeah, if that will work for Skip, is chiming in. Yeah, I like this interaction, guys. It's good. Everybody is here's the thing, Johnny, I don't know whether you're a father or not. I have no idea. But one thing I've noticed over the years, and as most men, as most fathers have noticed, is that on Mother's Day, all the stops are pulled out. All the stops are pulled out. And on Father's Day, it's just crickets. So when Mother's Day rolled around, I wish I had the pictures up here on the screen because I would just love to show you guys. At Publix on Mother's Day, the Publix was just garnished. It was just so elaborate inside, from floor to ceiling. It was balloons, flowers. You couldn't go down an aisle without, a balloon bopping you in the head. Well, you could go down an aisle. I'm just saying when you first walk into the store, I mean, it was just, like, so up in your face, and mothers are so celebrated. I went in on Father's Day, there was nothing, absolutely nothing. And, here's the thing about it. We guys are okay with that. We're okay with that because 'cause we're not real needy, we're not demanding, but it'd be nice to be appreciated a little bit more, and I tell you what, if you dwell I don't know, I'm not saying this is your issue, I'm not saying this is your deal, but, if you're a father going through something with your family and with your kids and you're having a rough time, and you go through a Father's Day like that, it's very hard. It's only one day and everything, but, you know, it's not just your family, it's society as a whole. It can be very discouraging, when you can tell we're obviously underappreciated. That doesn't mean we sit back and feel sorry for ourselves. Doesn't mean that at all. But, that's we pick up we pick up our tools and we go back to work, and sometimes we go to the grave like that. Um, but, if you're a dad, um, you see some of this, I don't know, there's all sorts of battles that men go through that just don't get talked about enough, and it's always encouraged by our culture to do so, but yet we at the same time also feel like, "Yeah, you say that, but you don't really wanna hear it at the same time," you know what I mean? But I can assure you that the guys in here are probably very familiar with a lot of what you might be going through. Who knows? I don't know, unless you want to, relinquish that, in a private manner, but, yeah, there's Twitch offering some support. I love this, guys. I love this. This is great. I really appreciate you doing that for 'em. You know? So, Lewis is saying, "I'm in Jamestown, New York. I'm probably a few hours away from New York City." So Lewis is saying he thinks, the guys would make an awesome show together. I need to have some of you guys on here. I really do. I need to have some of you guys just, piled in here and just to, shoot the breeze, shoot the bat, as they say. Ryan Lowe. I haven't seen your name show up in here before, but I do appreciate you being here because you've been watching my channel for years. Thank you very much. I appreciate the patronage, and so, yeah, it's always encouraging to me when people who have been watching for years show up. I'm glad you were able to that you get something out of it. It was the same way up here. We have humidity, and so it's wet, not dry, right? Yeah. Nicholas Curley. Don't know if I've seen this name either, so welcome in, Nicholas. For us guys bald or balding, please be wary of a drug called finasteride. Is that how you say that? Am I pronouncing that right, Nicholas? It's dangerous for some. I haven't heard of that. I have no idea what that means. Um, if your son doesn't wish you happy Father's Day, that's a big deal. Are you are you remarking or are you asking me a question? I'm not really sure. Not really sure how to address that. Um, Mhm. Yes. Romy, yes, yeah, I it's about the closest thing that you see walking into a store is cases of beer. It really had less to do with fathers than it did with the fact that it was just gonna be a Sunday, you know? But, yeah, hot dogs hanging from strings you walk in. Oh, man. This is happy Father's Day, by the way. Thank you. Thank you. I hope all of you guys had a great Father's Day. I hope you get to spend time with the people that you care about, that care about you, and, this year, I did not make a Father's Day video, and I kinda wish I would have, um, but, uh, yeah, I kinda wish I would've made a video 'cause I didn't realize I think I have at least 3 Father's Day videos out there from previous years, and, I wish I would've, made another one today or this last weekend. Skip says, "If anyone is interested, my wife and I have been watching South Korean shows on Netflix. Top-notch entertainment." Food for thought. Okay. I'm always up to although I did cancel my Netflix. You know, I very rarely watch TV, and I realize I've been paying for it for years now, and I never watch it. Although I did watch Ozark. I watched Breaking Bad, the whole entire thing, years after it was not airing anymore when it came on Netflix, I watched Breaking Bad. Ozark was fantastic. By the way, I'm drinking raspberry flavored iced tea tonight. Hmm, that is some good stuff. Okay, let me talk to you guys tonight about something I came across. I thought was a little funny. I thought it was a little funny. Um, Now we got 14 people in here. I came across an article on 41 unpopular opinions, and I thought this would be fun to kind of go through them. Leave a comment in the chat and in the chat and tell me on Twitch, you said you just finished Breaking Bad today. That's a great such a good show. Anyway, give me your opinion. Tell me if you agree with these or not, and tell me if you don't hear your unpopular opinion here, um, and feel free to leave it in the chat. Now, I'll tell you why I wanna talk about this, and that is because I think it's important to know I think it's important to hear about some of the things that people say, some of their opinions, because if let me put it this way. If we truly understood how people think, and if we truly understood, what their thought process was, we would probably care less about convincing them of our own point of view, and we probably would not fixate on trying to devise or create an argument in which to convince them to our side of things, our point of view. Because when you hear some things that people say, you find out that they're just crazy. They're just crazy, and there's no point even dabbling with them anymore. And I thought maybe this would shed some light on that and, give us somewhat, of an idea of what I'm trying to say here. Um, so here's I don't know if we'll get through all 41, but we're gonna try. We're gonna go through them kinda quick. Okay, so the first one is this the "Is a hot dog a sandwich" debate and other ones okay, okay, let me rephrase this. I did read through these, but this is kind of worded kind of funny because these are submitted by somebody. It's not journalists that put these down. These are actual submissions to probably some kind of social, site like Reddit or something. Anyway, the "Is a hot dog a sandwich" debate and other ones like it need to go away. Who cares? It's an automatic, BYE if anyone tries to engage in that. Yes, these some of these trivial, debates and I don't think this is really controversial or unpopular. I think a lot of people probably feel this way. But some of these debates, people will take them so seriously and a lot of things will rise and fall on them as far as they're concerned. Number 2, sleeping in separate beds is way more comfortable than sharing a bed with your partner. Cuddling is great, but I prefer having my own space at bedtime. Okay, so I have a question. This one really, this one I have to kind of ask you guys. Do you agree with this? It's funny because when you're young, newly married, and for years, you think, "I would never sleep apart." And then when you get to be older and people start snoring because they're way or whatever the case might be. Maybe they just don't care as much, and maybe there's not as much going on under the sheets as you'd like. And you think, "You know, listen, I'm losing sleep because of you. So maybe we should sleep in separate beds." I've never had that conversation, but it does occur sometimes. And then sometimes those are the best nights of sleep. And when you look at like the old shows, from, decades and decades ago where people did sleep in separate beds on TV because that was the appropriate thing to do, then you find out that people in real life actually did that. It seemed horrible, but do you agree with this person's point of view or not? I find it interesting. I find it very interesting. And I don't know that, uh I don't know that, it's a huge deal, and there's not a right or wrong, opinion or answer about it. Let me answer this question right here. Lewis is asking, if any of the letters in your email capital letter or are they all lowercase? It doesn't really matter. You can make the G with an uppercase or lowercase. It can all be lowercase. Greg Boswell 86. Um, and Skip here says, is a taco a sandwich? You know what? That's a good question. That's better than if a hot dog was a sandwich, right? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I mean, it kind of does take on that aspect, doesn't it? Okay, so number 3, someone says, "I hate brunch. It's mostly enjoyed as an excuse to drink alcohol in the morning, sleep in, and combine 2 meals into 1. I'm not inherently against any of those indulgences, but I hate that my whole day is wasted by one activity." I don't really care for brunch myself because I don't really eat breakfast. I eat a late lunch and I eat dinner, and I have a dessert before I go to bed. But I kind of get this because when you hear about people going to brunch, it's always about the bottomless mimosas, right? It's always about the drinks you're gonna get. I That's what I hear. It's not like I talk to a lot of people who go to brunch, but you do hear that kind of talk, right? So, what are your thoughts on that? Do you do brunch? 'Cause obviously I don't. Number 4, no one but you this is brutal. No one but you cares about your kids. I don't care about pictures, stories, or updates. Any reaction you will get from me is 100% fake. Well, doesn't that just warm the cockles of your heart? I mean, it just there's a saying right up front, "I'm gonna react, but it's all gonna be fake." Do you feel the same way? Here's the thing, yes and no, for me. For me, yes and no. I mean, to some degree, it depends on whose kids they are, but I generally wanna come off as friendly, amicable, and, somewhat accommodating, to the people I'm talking to, because you wanna establish a good rapport with other people because it's never your conversations that you're gonna have with others is never gonna be just one-dimensional. At least I don't think. If they are, they're pretty boring. But anyway, um, like Twitch is saying here, "No, a taco is a taco because of the tortilla. A hot dog is questioned to be a sandwich because the bun is also the same shape as a sub sandwich in a bread, at least my best guess." Wow, you really gave that some thought, and at the same time, it just makes a lot of sense. That's pretty good, though. I like that. I mean, took it seriously. I like that. It's time you review the Harmon videos. What are you talking about? I'm not sure what that is. I'm curious, though. What are the Harmon videos? Tell me, 'cause hey, maybe I will. Maybe that comment's not for me, I don't know. But, let me know. Brunch so Romy's in agreement. Romy's in agreement with this person that brunch is a day ruiner. Um, Brunch is for when you sleep in and still want breakfast, but it's almost lunchtime. Yeah, yeah, Twitch, I would agree. Um, I think that's right, because it seems like anybody I know that talks about brunch are late sleepers. So that sounds pretty accurate. Um, number f number 4 is harsh. Is that the one about the kids? Yeah, yeah, it's harsh and it isn't it? But, so is life, right? You know, it is very harsh the way they put it. I think I get the impression that the person who said this probably would not say that or give off that impression when they're talking to anybody, but, you know, with the anonymity of the internet, they feel free to just lay it bare, but I would say I'm gonna venture to say there's probably a lot of people that feel that way, because let's be real, I think there's a lot of people that are unaware that the others might not be as interested in them as they are themselves. Just a hunch. But and I think also we can misinterpret misinterpret, um, people's motives too. So, uh, yeah, it is harsh. It is very harsh. Let's go to number 5 here. Alright, so it says here, people begin celebrating Christmas way too early, and starting too soon makes the festivities less special for the rest of us. I'd like to enjoy the end of autumn before being overtaken by Santa. Well, don't tell Santa Tom that. Don't tell him that because he celebrates it all year long. I I for one personally, I like the whole month of December being about Christmas. I actually like it starting on Thanksgiving. I mean, that's I think Thanksgiving and Christmas are my favorite holidays just because I love the whole spirit of everything, the spirit of beneficence, the charity, um, everybody seems happier, they're more willing to spend more money, and of course, the retailers love it. But yeah, I do understand what they're saying. What I don't like is when Christmas music is played too far in advance, like way like the beginning of November. I don't have any kind of place in my heart for that. That can ruin it. But how about you look it up, Greg? Well, I can't right now. I can't look up the Harmon videos right now. I can do it later. If you wanna tell me in the chat what that is, and I'll be, I might be more inclined to remember it. Twitch says Gilberto no, haha, I like hot dogs. So alright, let me see what else I've got down here in the chats. I don't know if I've missed anything or not. Yeah, Hannah, I don't know. I think Christmas can be celebrated a little too early, but it depends. I mean, there's all sorts of ideas about it. I think Thanksgiving is the perfect time to start it. You know, like the Macy's Thanksgiving parade does. They at the end of the parade well, I mean, at the end of the parade, you have Santa Claus, so they kick it off, and I guess it's kind of always the way it's been growing up. Twitch says Greg starts pumping Christmas music right after eating Thanksgiving dinner. I do love Christmas music, man. I love it. You know, and here's the thing, guys, tell me what your favorite Christmas song is. Mine is "Oh Holy Night," but only if it's sung by Michael Crawford. I mean, Celine Dion does pretty well, other people do too. But nobody sings "Oh Holy Night" better than Michael Crawford. Um, there's a comment up here I wanna look at. Okay, Lewis he's chiming in here. He says, "I think number 4 rings true only for the fact that in the school system and people on the street, they're not going to care for our kids like you do. They might say they will, but they don't." I think you're right. I think people will fake it not to be disingenuous, but just as a matter of course. And, I think to some degree, I think it's important to be able to simulate interest. It's it just develops good social currency. We can't I don't think we can always afford to be completely ourselves. You know what I mean? There's a lot that could be said about that, I guess. Yeah, Hannah's saying she doesn't wanna hear Christmas music too early either, so okay, so let's look at the next one. We got a lot to get through. We may make it, we may not, but we'll find out here. Number 5, everyone who thinks they're anything but a Hufflepuff is wrong. This is completely out of my wheelhouse, by the way. If you're nerdy enough to assign yourself to a fictional house in a wizard world, I'm sorry to tell you, you're the weird one. You're a Hufflepuff. Well, I know that people do this kind of thing, but it's all lost on me. All lost on me. But, I mean, the beard. Yeah, pretty much says it all, right? I mean, I don't know what it says, but whatever it's saying all of it. Number 7, alcohol is no this must have been written by a British person. Alcohol has no place on an aeroplane. In fact, I've been from airports too. Having a 5 a.m. glass of wine because 'cause I'm on holiday is lame AF. Drinking alcohol on plane is just going to dehydrate you and annoy me. I'd rather sit next to a screaming baby than loud and/or wasted adults. I don't know. I don't know. I've only flown a couple of times. I did not like it. It wasn't an enjoyable experience for me. I just did not like it at all. I'd rather drive, but the my level of annoyance surely would have gone up if I had been next to a screaming baby. Wasted there are there's a lot of videos that float around the internet of people that are wasted on airplanes, so it does sound pretty bad. Alright, number 8, sprinkles on cake are the worst. They look pretty, but their horribly crunchy texture ruins anything they are added to. Personally, guys, I would disagree with this. I like sprinkles on cake. I don't mind that it makes it a little crunchy. I just like 'em. I like the sprinkles on my ice cream. What else? Oh, man, I just do. I love spr what about you? Are you a sprinkles kind of guy? I realize now that I might have just boxed myself into a corner that I didn't want to be in, but alright. Number 9, I hate the idea of going to Disney World. I've never been, my kids were never into it, and the whole culture of it is so not for me. Well, you know, Disney is Disney is good and bad. I mean, it really is. It's good and bad, but it's more bad now than anything else. It's gotten so horrible. Um, the prices, they're just greedy. The politics, the agendas, the scandals, it's gotten bad. And I have a friend. Our family has had season passes before many years ago, and we did it for only 1 year. But I have a friend who's always had season passes, but then he's not doing it again anymore because it's just gotten too bad, too expensive. And he said that Disney gives you so little back for what you spend. Um, yeah. Lewis is saying Christmas music in November and October drives me nuts. Yeah, I agree. I think I started hear last year, I think I started hearing Christmas music in October. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Oh, Nicholas is saying he loves my 360 view walks. It's relaxing. Oh, thanks for telling me that because I I love making those videos. I love watching those kinds of videos, not just mine, but everybody else's, because I love the 360 camera, and, I need to make more. Now that you mention it, I might go do that. I'm not working Thursday. Maybe I'll go out Thursday and go down Alligator Alley and see if I can spot some alligators, show you guys some of the reptiles we have crawling around everywhere over here. You might like that, but in a 360 camera, that would be pretty cool. Trey is here. I made it. Good to see you in here, Trey. Um, did I miss anybody's input about Christmas songs? Probably not. Okay, no, I think I'm pretty much caught up here. Oh, Paul saying Johnny Mathis, any Christmas song. Oh, man, you know what? Our family had a Christmas album, when I was a little boy in the early '70s of Johnny Mathis, singing Christmas music. It was really, really good. I did enjoy that. I still remember it quite a bit. Sprinkle Sprinkles just makes life better. Sprinkles sounds like a pony, doesn't it? Sprinkles does, like, make life better. I like it when you think, uh, what is this? Sprinkles on donuts and cakes, I don't think is good. Um, there are some sprinkles not all sprinkles are created equal. Let's be real here. So, yeah, you're probably right. No, some aren't so great. Okay, let's go on to the next one here. Yeah, Disney World. I wish Disney World if Disney World was the way that Walt envisioned it, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Okay, number 10, people who don't get their frozen foods last at the grocery store are all monsters. Say I'm wrong, I dare you. This person, whose name is Butter Bagel, by the way, sounds a little aggressive. They sound a little aggressive. Say I'm wrong, I dare you. Like they want to fight. They're going to fight in the aisle. Like they really have these strong feelings when they see people walking through the store and they've got steak or a bag of peas in their cart, but now they're getting bread. Like you can tell this really gets them worked up. I find this funny. See, here's to be honest with you guys, I've never once thought about it. It's never once occurred to me. No, I take that back. If I'm getting Bluebell ice cream, I might save that for last because Bluebell does tend to melt faster than most ice cream because it's a little more real, a little more. And so that might be the exception. But as far as anything else, refrigerated or frozen goes, they didn't really say refrigerated. They said frozen. So as far as anything frozen goes, I don't think about anything else other than my Bluebell ice cream. I get it in the order I come to it. All right, number 11, I think that cartoons made for kids are for kids, and adults need to grow up and let go of Disney stuff. Most cartoons are for kids, period. Well, yeah, I'll be honest with you though. I if Popeye is on, I'm still watching it. Yeah, if Top Cat came on, I would watch it. If Freakazoid came on, I would watch it. Bugs Bunny, any Looney Tunes. Yes. I never get tired of those. I can't outgrow them. But Disney stuff, I don't know. If you're talking about like animated Disney movies, some of those are pretty timeless, like Pinocchio. I can see still enjoying as an adult, but I don't know if I agree with this person's remark because there's a lot of exceptions to the rule, I believe, in my opinion. Um, Going back to the comments here, Trey says, "I enjoy instrumental Christmas music. I start listening as soon as Sirius XM starts playing them." Yeah, um, I actually prefer instrumental music over vocals. Oh, Lewis was saying, "By the way, Greg, I like your advice on Trace Amigos showing how to build a YouTube channel. I plan to make one in the future. Um, can I thought your advice oh, and I thought your advice was stellar." Oh, I appreciate that. I have a lot of other thoughts about it. I didn't have them written down when I did the show, but I probably ought to make a video about that. Yeah, Lewis is saying Butter Bagel's very passionate. Tell me to think about it. I think the frozen section, the majority of the time, is where I go first. Oh, there you go. Well, better watch out for Butter Bagels because she sees you, buddy. You've had it. You've had it. All right, so let's go on. Number 12, you do not need to salt your French fries. Okay, I got thoughts on this already. You do not need to salt your French fries, especially if you're dipping them in ketchup. Fries are always already loaded with salt, so adding extra salt is unnecessary and makes it too salty. Ketchup is so salty and flavorful, so you really shouldn't have to add any extra salt. Well, okay. So I'm a person who likes salt, especially, I think a lot of it has to do with because I work out and I work out enough that I could wring my clothes out. So I do tend to take in more salt than anybody else in my family because it's so hot here in Florida, we're always sweating, but I do like salt. Now, I think that McDonald's has the best french fries. And generally speaking, I would agree that McDonald's, you don't need to add salt. They usually have enough salt on there. But any place else, probably not. Now, here's where I will take this now. When my wife cooks and I add salt, it irritates her. She she actually gets kind of upset with me because I add salt. I'm like, "I add salt to everything, okay? I add salt to everything." And she's like, "Well, I put enough salt in it." Here's the thing. I notice that nothing gets said if I add pepper or if I add anything else. It's just salt. Why are some people so passionate about salt? I'd like to know. And besides that, I don't always eat ketchup. I don't always use ketchup with my fries. I like ketchup, but I'm not I could do with or without it. What are your thoughts on that? Are you big on that? Because 'Cause I'm not. I just don't care for it. Um, okay, I think I said that backwards. Anyway, let me get to number 13. Barn doors as a design element in homes are trash. They don't block sound, light, or smells and can't be locked, making them objectively bad doors. If you want a sliding door, get a pocket door. This sounds like a person who's actually had a barn door because they were very specific, right? They sound like they would have had a barn door themselves and were very disenchanted with it. But I don't like pocket doors. I hate pocket doors. And we have a couple of them in our house. I just do not care for them, period. I mean, I just think they're terrible. Okay, number 14. I can't stand cooking vlogs that include like 96 paragraphs of non-relevant information before you finally get to the recipe. I'm sure your Save My Marriage pot roast is excellent, Susan, which is why I just want to see the recipe for it. Just give me the ingredients and the steps and we're golden. See, I've never watched stuff like that. I don't really have an opinion on it. What are your thoughts on it? Because I don't really cook. If I was a single man, I would, I think. I hope. Number 15, don't talk to me until I've had my coffee, people. Let me rephrase that so I'm very clear as to what this is actually saying. The "Don't talk to me until I've had my coffee" people are insufferable. Well, until they've had their coffee, right? I don't drink coffee, but yeah, I can see what they're talking about. They seem to be a little more high maintenance and needy, right? That's just that's my perception. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Um, saying French fries always need a bit more salt. I would take that side with you on that, for the most part. McDonald's might be the exception, even sometimes they do. Um, Trey is saying, "My beard looks great tonight." Thanks, Trey, I appreciate it. Really appreciate it. And here we have Bobby Coyle. Says, "What's up, Greg? Enjoyed seeing you in the Trace Amigos show the other day." Oh, thank you, I appreciate that, man. That was, uh, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. They gave me a lot of ideas. The for live streaming and for, where to go with and all that. I had a lot of fun hanging out with them before we went on and after we got off, so, yeah. So Paul's saying Hong Kong Phooey and Fat Albert. I was never much of a fan of either one of those cartoons, but they were very relevant when I was a kid. So, yeah. Do you remember and these aren't cartoons, but remember Sha Na Na? And, you see the like, the electric what was the one with bananas? Oh, 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 what was the one with the bananas? Oh, in the car, and, what was that called? If you can remember what it's called, put it in the comment because I can't remember. Oh, man. Bobby's saying, "I agree, McDonald's fries don't need extra salt." Yeah, it's pretty universal. They're pretty good about it, actually. To me, McDonald's always has, like, the right amount of salt. Sometimes a little too much. Um, Lewis says cartoons are Universal, I still watch cartoons from my childhood with my kids. I If they're on, I'll watch them. In fact, I'll even though it's not a cartoon, I will still watch, um, I'll still watch, what was I gonna say? Oh, The Three Stooges. Yeah. Oh, so Wade is saying here, "McDonald's fries without ketchup are the best." I think so too. I wanna taste the fries and the salt. I agree, I totally agree, because I think the ketchup actually takes away from it. Some fries in other places do need, I think are actually, accented by the ketchup, but I think fries from McDonald's can be eaten all by themselves. Lewis says French fries equals salt. French fries without salt is a crime. Yes, absolutely. We're all gonna be a bit hungry before we get off of here tonight. Trey says he really enjoys his morning coffee. Are you one of the insufferables, Trey? Oh, man. Luz is saying, "I think people get upset when people add salt because they're thinking that you're saying that their food is flavorless." Well, I can I think that is what they're saying. However, I've noticed that, like, especially my wife, it's like, "Well, why don't you say anything when I put pepper on it or anything else?" I don't get it. Like, what's why the double standard? Um, yeah, Bobby's saying he's not a oh, Bobby's saying he's not a coffee drinker either. Um, yeah, I've never acquired the taste for it, but I love the smell of it. Absolutely love the smell of it. Okay, number 16. It seems like anyone can suddenly call themselves an influencer, YouTuber, house whisperer, or whatever, and it's just accepted. Who hired you? It just seems anyone can call themselves whatever they want and claim it's work. Yeah, they kinda do. I it's true. I think I agree with this statement. I think I agree with the statement. I think a lot of people are looking for relevance in this world, and they'll get it any way they can, and when they clutch onto it, they will not let it go. Okay, number 17, unpopular opinion. Walking around barefoot in public is seriously not a big deal. Regardless of socioeconomic class, being barefoot is perfectly acceptable in my eyes. Um, so I don't know. I don't know. I think it to me it does seem kind of tacky. I think that's questionable at best. I thought this page was getting ready to kick me off. I was reading this and it almost my dog was like at the door. It almost I thought it was gonna kick me off the page. Number 18, I really dislike bicyclists. They demand to share the road but ignore traffic signs and lights. They take it for it's doing it again. Okay, I'll try to get through this one. They, they should they take up the road and fully expect you to respect their space while giving you none. Bicyclists need to respect the traffic rules and give drivers space. Well, oh, I understand. I understand the frustration, but it's a, no pun intended, two-way street. They can be very annoying, but they get a lot of crap too when they're riding around. So I think you got several different things going on there. Number 19, a gum hater. Why is this pay it keeps telling me it's unresponsive. Hopefully, it won't kick me off. I'm a gum hater. Watching and especially hearing other people chew gum makes my skin crawl. I'm with you on that one. There's nothing viler than seeing disgusting gum in other people's mouths when they talk and chew at the same time. I don't know how it became socially acceptable. Well, I don't think it is. I just think that I just think that people lack awareness. They haven't been taught good manners in some cases. But yeah, I kind of agree. I don't I don't like to chew gum myself. I find it kind of exhausting, as weird as that might sound. Yeah, mm, yeah, gum is one of those things I can't stand listening to hardly anybody eat. I have a lot of issues with that. Um, I just can't deal with it. And it's hard for me not to shoot people dirty looks when they're eating with their mouth open or being obnoxious. Just I don't know with their gum, whatever. Traces. You can watch maybe older cartoons on YouTube. I will often put them on just when working in the house. Yeah, yeah. Paul's referring to the self-proclaimed YouTubers and influencers. Well, I mean, our society now does teach people they can identify with whatever they want to now, and it's just the way it is if you say it is. I agree, but, that's the way it goes. He says, "What does a non-coffee drinker look forward to in the morning?" I do seriously crazy, kinda like not having a TV. Where'd you put all of your where'd you put all your furniture? Uh, Bobby says, "I love the smell of coffee too, but do not like coffee-scented beard products." You don't? Wow. See, I do. I I love coffee scented beer. I tell you my favorite is Fresh Beards makes a dark roast oil and butter. Oh, it's the best. My problem with it is that when I wear it, it makes me want donuts. It makes me wanna eat breakfast, and I try not to eat breakfast. But, yeah, I almost always break my pattern whenever I wear that oil. But it's so good. It's very strong. My wife doesn't like it. Not at all. Alright. Okay, here's a weird one. Number 20, I refuse to wear underwear and I won't buy underwear because I don't like underwear. Well, thank you, Jessica. Um, that's I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion, depends on what you look like. You might be very popular. I can only hope that if you're making this comment that, you're at least good looking. Anyway, number 21, it's just strange. Like, why why be so adamant about the underwear? I don't get it. Okay, number 21. Butter is mostly disgusting. You shut your mouth. No, it's not. Anyway, Tax 87 believes butter is mostly disgusting. In baking, it's fine, but in most cases, it's vile. It's greasy and can smell really odd. I hate it in sandwiches or steak. Well, you might be by yourself then, because I real butter, real butter is so good and better for you than margarine for sure. Um, I thought this one was funny. Number 22, corgis are logs with legs and the opposite of everything a dog should be. I fake being excited about my friend's corgi more than I fake orgasms. This person's got a lot going on. This person probably needs someone to talk to. Is there anybody in the chat tonight that would be willing to reach out to this individual and discuss this with them? So, maybe you get together the butter person and, like, turn the dial up a little bit. Um, I don't know. And you can come back and share the results with the rest of us. We'd all like to get some tea. Alright. Yeah. Butter is, the good stuff. Alright, here we go. Jeans are the most comfortable pants ever. I've slept in skinny jeans multiple times in my life during cold nights, and in general, I always wear jeans. Uh, I don't agree with this one. I don't agree. Listen, I don't know if this is a man or a woman, but no man should ever wear skinny jeans. There's no way those things are comfortable. I can see why a girl might think that. I mean, I can look good in them. If I'm okay with them sleeping in them, whatever. But I don't know. Jeans are just not the most comfortable things to wear. No, it depends on the style. It depends on the make. There are some cuts that are good. Okay. Number 24, in my opinion, Little Shop of Horrors is the number one superior musical. The Phantom of the Opera is grossly overrated musical about a groomer. Well, I've never seen either one of them. I like the music from The Phantom of the Opera, but I've never seen it. I've certainly never seen Little Shop of Horrors. Number 25, there should be separate seating sections in public for parents with kids and child-free folks. Um, yeah, I'll vote for that. I would definitely vote for that for sure. Number 29, I think summer sucks. It's hot and humid. Everyone smells because they are sweating. You can't do anything outside because you will burn to a crisp. You can't even get a night of proper sleep because it's still boiling even at night. And since the AC costs a effing fortune to run, you're always broke. Oh man, this is funny. We're sitting talking about how hot it is. This person, this person is not feeling good about things right now. Oh man, this. I think my wife might have written this. Sounds like something she would say, like every day. Yeah. Anyway, um, when you get back to live streaming, Bobby says Phantom of the Opera is a good musical. Never seen Little Shop. I just love the music from the Phantom of the Opera, especially because Michael Crawford sang a lot of that. You know, he started out, I think, in Broadway or whatever for years. Um, Trey's saying that person should move to Canada and always stay cool. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Lewis, I think he got a kick out of the corgis one. Corgis are logs. That is funny. That is really funny. Corgis are logs with legs. Wow. Romy saying, "For me, AC is a fraction of the cost of heat." You're at it is. It is. I'll run my AC all day and not budge the meter. Heat jumps that meter hard. Yes, it does. It does cost a lot more to run heat than it does cold air. For sure. That's a fact. That's a fact. I said I work for a utility company, and we know this for a fact. It's people don't have any idea. That's why I do not turn on my heat. I might do it once a year for a very small amount of time, and after that, it goes back. It goes back off. Number 27, I hate the smell of peanut butter. I loathe it entirely. It actually makes me ill. Hmm. However, I do still eat peanut butter things. I just have to wash my I just have to wash my hands 100 times to get the smell off. Oh my word. No, I like the smell of peanut butter. I have no problem with it. What do you guys think? Do you feel the same way about peanut butter? Um, because, I think it's great. I don't eat a lot of it anymore. I ate a lot of it growing up, and probably why I don't eat too much of it anymore, but I still like it. 28, I hate EDM, electronic dance music. I hate EDM. I just don't get it. There aren't any words. The only dancing you can do is fist pumping. It makes no sense. Okay. I don't see why that's an unpopular, um, opinion unless you're in a place where that's all they do. Number 29, I hate that avocado is in so many foods, especially sushi rolls. I don't mind avocado as a whole, but please stop cramming it into so many food items. Wow. Um, see, I thought that you had asked for it most of the time. I love avocados. I love guacamole. But here's the thing about it. Here's the thing about it. It's either good or it's not. No, it's not all equal. So if it's not good, then it's just terrible. And yeah, so I'm very picky about it. I keep getting this prompt from this page. Okay, did I skip some? The page is acting a little funny. Oh, here we go. Here we go. There we go. It was skipping over a few things. So the page is acting a little weird right now. Okay, so number 30, I'm all for exploring yourself sexually, but I think heterosexual hookup culture is toxic, ruining dating, and benefits men more than women. No one wants to commit anymore because it's so easy to find other options to satisfy sexual needs. This person's just gross. This person is okay. They need to they need to keep other company because they they can have what they want. They can probably get anywhere they want. Mm, no. I think heterosexual hookup culture is toxic. That's just weird. Okay, number 31. Beanbag chairs are overrated. They can't even hold their shape. They're heavy, difficult to move, and hence difficult to clean. They're expensive and they can tear and cause a huge mess. They're not even comfortable. I'd have to agree for the most part. For the most part. Although they do have those great big gigantic bean bags I would love to have, but where am I gonna put it? They're so big. I would do it if I was a single guy. If I was living alone, that might be all the furniture I had. Um, let me check the comments here. I already looked at that comment. Yeah, let me see. I forgot that I did this for a living, yeah. Um, yeah, we see I see a lot of people's bills because that's generally why I'm showing up at their house or their place of business. Lewis says 29, all right. Sounds like this person needs to go to Alaska. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. People like to people like to air their grievances. Okay. So number 32, I think that the letter C is a completely extraneous letter in the English language. Well, this is weird. There's nothing that it does. There's nothing that it does that can't be replicated by either a K or an S. They've given a lot of thought to this. A lot of thought. They probably just need to get a hobby. I mean, I've never heard anybody express that thought. Never. Not once in my lifetime. I mean, it's probably kind of brilliant, but I wouldn't wanna hang out with that person. No. Number 33, bacon is gross to me. The taste, texture, and smell are vile. Uh, I think that they're gonna find themselves in the minority. Yeah. Number 34, pineapple does belong on pizza. Now, it's funny because I was just watching before I got on here tonight, I was watching True North Beard Company's live stream, and this actually got brought up. It actually got brought up. I'm in the camp that pineapple does not belong on pizza. Barbecue does not belong on pizza. Those might be about the only 2 things, but they mean that are in question. But yeah, I it's funny because they were talking about it on their night, and I knew it was gonna get brought up here. What do you guys think about that? Do you have feelings about that? Do you like pineapple on your pizza? Because I just think it's disgusting. No, it's not disgusting. It just doesn't go with the I don't know, it just doesn't go with the rest of the pizza at all, my way of thinking. Alright. Number 35, cupcakes are overrated, and it's tacky to have them instead of a wedding cake. Well, okay, instead of a wedding cake? Maybe. Depends. Listen, some people, they don't have a lot of money. Maybe it's cheaper that way. But as a whole, cupcakes are not overrated. I love, love, love cupcakes. I love cake in general. I'm a cake guy. I'm a beefcake, so they say. No, I don't know. I doubt it, really. But cupcakes generally are not overrated, but they might be if they're just used as a wedding cake. But you have to consider some people's circumstances. I have no idea. I've never shopped for a cupcake wedding cake. Man, this little thing keeps coming up. Okay, number 36. I hate weddings so much, I find every bit of it cringe. The pomp and circumstance, the music. Oh, wow. Let's see if it's gonna reload. See that? What's reloading? Okay, I'm going to go way down here. Way, way down here. I think that was on number 35, right? Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Just passed it. This is what happens, right? Okay, here we go. Let me get this off my screen. I hate weddings so much I find every bit of it cringe. The pomp and circumstance, the music, the food, the cycle of events. I feel so bad, but I just do not enjoy them. I can't stomach the idea of my partner and I having one. I'm hoping we can elope or do something that's more like us at home. Well, you better have that talk. I'm in agreement. I feel the same way, but it doesn't sound like he's had that talk with her, or she hasn't had that talk with him. I don't know. Uh, I was having this conversation with somebody the other day about expensive wedding dresses and would I spend the amount of money that they were talking about. I said, no, I would not because most marriages don't make it. And I don't know. I was probably being very cynical. I have all sorts of thoughts about that. Number 37. I'm only 20 and I'm generally as liberal as can be. But I do believe that cancel culture is just an excuse to troll that my generation came up with because social media has made them so out of tune. This is a very intelligent comment here. I think they nailed it right on the head. Um, yeah, I 100% agree with them on this. Let me go back to the comments here. Whoops, what's going on? Oh, let me. It looks like I need to reshare the screen. I didn't realize it disappeared, guys. I'm getting it back up. I'm getting it back up. Okay, is it back up? Yeah, it's back up now. Um, well, I say that. Do you guys see the article on the screen? It looks like you do. Okay. So Romy's saying, does anyone know about the upside down pineapple thing for couples? Yes. I mentioned that in the last live stream. I saw one on a mailbox near me recently. Party time, guys. Yeah, the villages here in Florida. I mean, that's what you're into. That's where you want to live. But they're all old. They're all over 55. I mean, I'm gonna be 55, but they are not what I'm looking for. That's for sure. Not that age range. I mean, if I was gonna do that, I'd be going younger. Um, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Well, anyway, if they would have me. Trey says, "What's the subject of this article? I missed the beginning." These are 41 unpopular opinions. So I saw this article and I thought it was just kind of interesting. And I thought it'd be fun to talk about and see what people are, where they stand on it, if they agree or not. Are they really that unpopular? And some of these I agree with, some of them I don't. And then I think some have to be given some context and elaborated on. And so that's why I'm bringing it up tonight. Um, yeah, I agree, Lewis. Bacon made right is really good. I think it's really hard not to make bacon right. Uh, okay, let me go back up to the thing here. Okay, number 38. I hate superhero movies. All they do is wear costumes and talk so seriously about saving the world. That's it. It's just a green screen and computer special effects. Where is the actual acting? Let me tell you something. I am done with superhero movies. When I was a kid, if I could have looked into the future and seen what kind of movies they were gonna have someday, I would have flipped out. But the movies they make are just terrible. Just absolutely terrible. I am looking forward to the new Superman movie, but also holding out, probably expecting a little bit to be let down, but who knows? We'll find out. What do you guys think about superhero movies? Do you like them or do you not? What what is your favorite superhero or what is your favorite superhero movie? Because there's a lot I have not watched because I just think they're terrible. The Iron Man movies, the first couple of Iron Man movies were pretty good. But most Marvel movies I can't stand. I have no desire to see the Fantastic Four when it comes out. I did like I like what they did with Doctor Strange. I thought that was cool. Um, but that's just my thought. Number 39, someone says ice cream is too cold. Well, let me warm that up for you. Ice cream is too cold. Oh, you're talking about sensitive. Hmm. Just keep your hands off my blue ball. That's all I ask. Number 40, we only got two. We only have two left, guys. Number 40, winter is the best season. You can bundle up, snuggle with your partner, make snowmen, drink hot chocolate, eat soup, and bake cookies. Plus, everything looks so pretty. I think that's what I miss about not living up north. On the other hand, I mean, you do have that, but on the other hand, what do you do when you have to go to work? I mean, who's who's shoveling off the sidewalk and the driveway while you're making snowmen, drinking hot chocolate, eating soup and baking cookies? Probably dad, right? Your brothers. So, I don't know. I do miss a lot about the winters up north. I have a brother, though, that's lived up in Minnesota since the early '80s, and he's done. He's done with it. He wants nothing to do with it anymore. So what are your thoughts on winters? Do you enjoy the do you enjoy the snow and all that? If you have the day off, you can enjoy all that stuff. It's great. It's great. But I don't know. On the last one here, I think that Valentine's Day is the best holiday of the year. You are literally celebrating love. Ugh, sure, it's commercialized just to make money, but who doesn't want an excuse to buy the people you love chocolates and teddy bears? Its theme colors are a whole aesthetic, and the whole day never loses its magic like the other holidays. Let's get more hyped for V-Day. Um, I just I just do not like I just do not like Valentine's Day. A lot can go wrong with it, and I just don't like all the pressure and having to deal with, like, restaurants, reservations, and a lot of restaurants don't even do those anymore. So, it's kind of, to me, it's kind of an inconvenience. Okay, so let me go back to the comments here. Lewis says, "I don't know why I think cupcakes are more moist than normal cakes." Um, maybe they are. Maybe they are. I don't know. I don't know. I have some pretty dry cupcakes. I mean, I want a cupcake right now. I really do. And you don't have any. My wife has some brownie mix sitting on the countertop. I asked her if she's gonna need brownies tonight. She says, "No, probably not tonight." Like, "Thanks a lot. Thanks for nothing. Get out of here." Lewis says, "Someone never got married and is bitter." Uh, oh, bitter, he means bitter. Oh, Trey was saying here a scene for the new Superman movie was filmed not far from him. Well, that's cool. Uh, cancel culture is a way to control and brainwash people. It's garbage. That's what I that's what I think is right, and you will think is wrong, and you need to agree with me. Yeah, it's very controlling and manipulative. I have no patience for it. It's just very hypocritical. Um, your typos are fine, Louis, don't worry about it. Then you're wrong, why would you want your partner to have more clothes on? I'm not sure, are you talking about the one about the denim, the jeans, wearing jeans to bed, or is it something else? I'm not sure. Might be something else in 'cause I've already lost a lot of what I read back there, so Trey's saying, I agree with you, Trey. Snowy places are nice to visit and then leave. Yeah, if I had to choose one or the other, summer or winter, I think I'd choose summer, just for the fact that I can still get to where I wanna go, do what I wanna do, and not have to buy special clothes. I mean, if I had to go somewhere right now that was really cold, I would have no clothes. I would have no clothes. I'd have to go out and buy some because I have no clothes for really cold temperatures. Mm, Romy says, "I do really enjoy the shorter days and longer nights in the fall and winter." I agree. I love that too. Um, people tend to calm down and go into their houses more. Everything seems to settle down, and no, I just like longer, darker hours myself. To me, it's more cozy, than anything. Um, let me see, I don't wanna miss any maybe, I need to stop sharing that. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I got rid of that screen now, so because I'm not reading off it anymore. I almost forgot about it. Um, Lewis is saying, "I think superhero movies are overplayed because they keep restarting the storyline after 3." Yeah, that's that's what I got sick of with the Spider-Man and the Batman movies. We already know where they came from. You know, listen, you could make a Batman movie with new actors and everything, and it could start from any point in their history, and no one would care. Just give us lots of action, lots of violence, you know, lots of gadgets, a lot of action. Because nobody really cares about the beginning story anymore. We already know. Oh, I was gonna start rambling there, and I almost forgot that I'm not just talking to myself. Lewis says his favorite superhero is Batman. Mine too. He's always been my favorite one. So I agree with 40 to a point, but when it comes to shoveling the snow and cleaning your car off when the ice is so thick, the scraper won't take the ice off. It gets old, and you have brain knows about. Yeah, yeah. I think some people tend to forget everything that goes along with that. Um, yeah, you will get dry skin with even down here, and it doesn't get real cold. Even down here, well, it can, but even down here, when the cooler weather sets in, my skin gets dry so fast. It's unbelievable. I have to constantly use moisturizer, constantly. But well, here we are, down to 5 viewers. We've had a pretty good run of it tonight. And let me ask you guys. I mean, being that there's a lot of six in here now, I wonder if this thing will tell me who my viewers are. No, it doesn't really. Up to 7. Maybe you can keep ticking up. So, those of you who are in attendance right now, what are you wearing in your beard tonight? Put that in the comments. I mean, in the chat. Tonight, well, today, this morning, I started off with this man's E4 beard oil. I love the E4. It's one of my favorite ones. I have a lot of favorites with Artist Man, but E4 is one of my favorite ones. Anyway, and tonight I'm wearing their E4 beard butter. So I can get that in frame right. But yeah, I think these are 4 ounce tubs, 4 ounce containers. They last forever. So you can see down the ticker, Artist Man. My code for them is Greg20. You can try them out. You can try any of those companies out with those codes. Hopefully, I'll be adding to all of those. Um, sometime I'm not in a hurry, though. These are the ones I really like. Michael's saying he's wearing True North, Earth and Sky oil. True North must be really good. I haven't heard anybody say anything about them they didn't like. Um, so Trey's saying Live Beard Executive. Their executive is so good. It's not your favorite scent. I think it's my favorite scent of theirs. Yeah, they did that one best, I think, in my opinion. But and actually, I was looking at Artist Man tonight, Wade, and on their website, 'cause I haven't been on their website in a long time, and they have some new stuff I've never seen before that actually sound really, really good. Like their virility oil. Never even heard of it before. They haven't even told me anything about it. It's like, I guess, a little more cologne-like. If you've tried it, let me know. But yeah, their Wiseman is pretty good. It's not my Wiseman's not my favorite. It is pretty good. Uh, Trey saying he's never tried E4. What does it smell like? It has a citrus, like a citrus scent to it. I'm trying to think of it. I'm not really good with descriptors. No. Let me look on their I have their website up. Let me take a look at it. Okay. Go to their beard butter, and they have, let me see, where's E4 at? Here we go. See how they describe it. Okay. We created 107 sensor requests to find an awesome base for before we finally hit the perfect scent, which we call E4. Let me see if I can skip down. Okay, here we go. Containing the woodsy hints of cedarwood and patchouli combined with the citrus scents of bergamot, grapefruit, and mandarin. We have the ultimate manly scent. So there you go. Cedarwood, patchouli, bergamot, grapefruit, and mandarin. It is really, really good. I really like the E4. It's definitely one of my favorites. Trey says, Tombstone is one of his favorites. I do like them. I have their version of that before. It's called Tombstone. I can't remember what I think it was called Gunslinger or something like that. Then they had to change it. Iowa Beard Company, Kraken. Somebody told me a while back they really like Iowa Beard Company. I have not seen a lot of them around, but the few people that I've talked to, have tried it, really like them. That makes me very curious. Robbie's saying that E4 was their first ever. I don't think I realized that. I don't think I even knew that. Of course, I don't really know when they started either. But yeah, that's interesting. I see with Artius Man, I like their Bay Rum, their E4. Uh, I know that Mountain Air is one of their most popular, and I do like it, but it's certainly not my favorite. It's a little to me, Mountain Air is just a little too strong, just a little too strong. Um, but I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, Three Wood, and I love their Humidor. Oh, Humidor is so good. Their black coffee is really good. Of course, somebody here tonight said they don't like the smell of coffee scented beard products. So I'm not sure how you say this. How do you say your name here? Is it Sky? I keep seeing iTurbo Pro shaving machine ads. Have you seen it? No, I haven't. iTurbo. I'll look that up. Oh, speaking of shaving, so what's the shaving company I have? Max Screw. One I've been talking about for a while that I really like a lot. They have contacted me. They've come out with another shaver that is mostly like it's like gold in appearance and has different a few different little advantages, probably small advantages. They're sending me one, so I'll be reviewing that here probably not too long from now. Looking forward to getting that. And Romy's saying I got to use Artius again. It's been a while. Yeah, Artist has been a staple of mine, and I'll tell you another one I like of theirs is their IPA. Their IPA. I don't even drink beer or anything like that, and but their IPA, I just love the scent of that beard oil and butter. I'm not a huge fan of beard balm, but I do love butter. And I think I actually like their butters more than their oils. Okay, so Sky was saying that, the way to pronounce it is Sky. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you for clearing that up. And thank you for being here tonight. I really appreciate that. It's always good to see new names. Okay. Oh, can't wait for the review. All right. So, do you shave your head too? 'Cause, it's become quite a popular thing. Lewis says he's not wearing anything in his beard. I need to save up money to get beard oil, and Greg is your email all lowercase. It can be all lowercase. Greg Boswell 86 at gmail.com. Lowercase. I don't really think it makes any difference though. Um, it would come to me either way. EDC just released their summer scents. Okay. I'll take a look at that. I'll take a look at that. Um, you guys got any big plans? Do you have well, now that Juneteenth is a thing, being that I work for the city, we have that day off. It's only the second time. Last year was the first time they gave us a day off, so I have Thursday off. So I have no idea what I'll be doing then. Um, but maybe I'll be making some other videos. You know what I did? I'm gonna show you this, guys, here in a second. Lewis says, "I wanna try Noble Product Charisma." Oh, Baker. Baker's here. Just tries to pop in and say hi. Well, I'm glad you did. Thank you for popping in here. Yes, so I just wanted to try Flaming Beard Black Gold with activated charcoal, but they didn't sell it no more. Okay. So I'm gonna show you guys something. I gotta grab it real quick here. So I have a video that I've gotten over 1,000,000 views on. It amazes me. Um, but it's where I have an ear cleaning device, and I don't know how I got over 1,000,000 views on it. And anyway, that's the one video that YouTube demonetized for some weird reason. So anyway, I haven't cleaned my ears out in a while, so I actually purchased this off of Amazon. This is really cool. I haven't opened it up yet. But anyway, this is an ear cleaning device that I'm really excited to use and to showcase on this channel because it has a camera on it, and you can view it on your phone. And my last ear cleaning video, it was an irrigation device. So you spray all this watery jet into your ear, and it did a really, really good job. Really good job. I went to go find it the other day to clean my ears out, and I couldn't find it. Couldn't find it anywhere. It's just gone. I don't know how that happens. Anyway, so I saw this on Amazon. I said, this looks pretty interesting. I think I'll give it a try. So I'm going to try to replicate the results from that previous video to see if this will take off. And you know, maybe I'll do that Thursday because I've had this in my possession now for a couple weeks and just haven't done anything with it. Um, you know, I'm really excited to try it because I know my ears are gunked up pretty good probably. Trey says my son has it off. We're going to eat lunch with him and go to his house afterwards. He's going to cut my hair. Oh, okay. Very nice. Very nice. Well, let me see. I have the first 2 weeks of July off. I'm taking the first 2 weeks of July off. I have no idea what I'm doing yet, but um, I'll probably be out making videos somewhere. I don't know how much relaxing I'll do. Depends. Life has a way of throwing me curveballs every time I try to do something relaxing or enjoyable. So, we'll find out how all of that turns out. But anyway, anyway, um, I do thank you guys for being here tonight. I enjoyed it. I plan on being back Thursday night, and I hope you guys are able to make it. Well, Baker says he's going to Worlds for the 4th of July. I don't know. I don't know much about that. I talked to Santa Tom and Dino and Chief about that, and I don't know if they're going. I don't think they're going. I can't remember. We talked about it. I think one of them might be, but that's up in Ohio, isn't it? I believe it's in Ohio. Are you competing, Baker? Because it looks like from your picture, um, you have a long beard. Trey says you can get some practice at retirement. Yeah, yeah. Although most people I talk to who are retired are more busy than when they actually have a job. So maybe I'll never retire. Oh, excuse me. I'm getting a little tired. Oh, Dino and Chief Pittsburgh, yeah. Romy says he's going. I wondered, didn't you mention that on True North? Somebody did. Somebody said something about Worlds. I'm thinking it might have been you. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be fun just to go. And maybe see all the other guys that maybe some of the guys I've talked to on here and whatnot. I think he's not going. Oh, he's not competing. He's not competing. That's what he means. That's what he meant. He didn't. He's not saying he's not going. Going just to meet cool people. Yeah, that would be fun. That would be fun. And it'd be kind of inspirational too. You might get some ideas for your beer, certain styles or whatnot that, you wouldn't have otherwise. It'd be an opportunity, I think. Okay. So Romy is saying, "That was me. I mentioned the humidity screen." That's right. I do remember that. Yeah. That is potentially the truth. Um, the humidity will wreck your beard like your big beard like nothing else. Um, so are you Romy, are you competing in that? Is that how that works? I don't kn honestly, man, I don't know the first thing about it. I don't know the first thing about it. Wow, I just heard a lot of thunder outside. That's kinda nice. I hope it's raining by the time I go to bed. Um, alright. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get going. I have enjoyed my time with you. Romy's saying, "No, no competing." Okay, cool. Just gonna watch and hang out and make friends, I guess. That would be fun. It'd be fun just I was telling those guys the other night on the, live stream that it'd be fun just to get out of the state and go do something like that. Just say, if for nothing else, just an excuse to do it. Oh, Theological Dinosaur. What books am I reading now? I'm glad you asked. Because I meant to bring up, so I'll delay getting off of this live stream for a little bit until I get through this topic here. Glad you asked because I was gonna bring this up tonight, that if anybody needed book reading suggestions, I'd be willing to give my 2 cents. So here's what I've been reading. Uh, Let me grab the books. Well, hopefully I didn't show my butt too much. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my book bag. I take them with me when I go to work. Okay, so I just finished reading. I'm gonna do a book review on this. I just finished reading Amor Towles. Can I get that in there right? Rules. Let me get your comment off of here. Rules of Civility. He also wrote Lincoln Highway and whatnot. This is the first book I've read of his, and it is fantastic. I love, love, love this book. I love the way he writes. I love the character development. I never knew where it was going to go. It had me. I mean, I look forward to every chance I can get to sit down and read some more from this book. I mean, you'd sit down with it, and 50 pages would go by before you realize you're like, it didn't even seem like it took that long. I got really caught up in this book, and I hated being done with it. Amor Towles' Rules of Civility, very, very good. And today, I just started Thomas Hardy's, the light's kind of I'm getting a glare on this. Thomas Hardy's The Mayor of Casterbridge. The only other book of Thomas Hardy's I've read is Jude the Obscure. It's one of my favorite books, so I thought I'd read another Hardy book. And this was written. Shoot, when was it written? Let me see if I can get the. I don't know, 1840. No, that's not right. It was written. I think it was written back in the late 1800s. Late 1800s. Anyway, here's what it says. Here's why I picked it up. Mayor Casterbridge opens with a shocking and haunting scene. In a drunken rage, Michael Henchard sells his wife and daughter to a visiting sailor at a local fair. When they return to Casterbridge some 19 years later, Henchard, having gained power and success as the mayor, finds he cannot erase the past or the guilt that consumes him. The Mayor of Casterbridge is a rich psychological novel about a man whose own flaws combine with fate to cause his ruin. So I just I've never heard of a storyline like that. Sounded really good. I loved it. Obscure. So that's what I got going on right now with that. I usually have like 3 or 4 books going at a time. I decided to pull back from that habit and just focus on one book at a time for a while. So I'll be in that, maybe hopefully it'll take me like maybe a week, maybe a little more than a week to read. Um, so I'll keep you guys posted. But I am going to make a a video about this, and I'm going to be reading more of Amor Towles' books for sure, 'cause he's such a good writer. I love that book so much. So Baker's is my YouTube channel. I talk about all things, completely related and more. Okay. Alright. It's Trey Dunn's out. Um, I was saying I was gonna get going, but, um, yeah, thanks for being here, Trey. Really, honestly, guys, thanks for all of you being here. It's been fun tonight, and, I will be back Thursday night, hopefully with another topic. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Make sure you hit the like button. That would help me out greatly. YouTube does pay attention to that, and, if you haven't subscribed if you haven't subscribed to my, channel, I'd appreciate if you do that. Likewise, tell your friends about this. Tell them to show up Thursday night at 9 o'clock, and, and we'll do this all over again with some other topic, I'm sure. Or we'll just sit around and, see what happens. We'll see what comes up. All right. I will catch you guys on the next one. Have a great night. All right. Bye, guys.